boys and girls, welcome to your flipped classroom video on measures of central tendency. In this video, I'm going to introduce what measures of central tendency consists of, and then we're going to start talking about the mean of a data set. So the definition of measures of central tendency is the measures of central tendency is a single value that describes or summarizes a cluster of data. So we're going to look at the 4 different ways to measure data from measures of central tendency. So the 4 measures of central tendency is calculating the mean, calculating the median, calculating the mode, and calculating the range. These are the 4 parts to the measures of central tendency. So now let's talk about calculating the mean. And I'm going to first give you the definition of mean. So the mean of a data set is the sum of the data divided by the number of values. So the main thing that I want you to take away from this is the mean is the same thing as calculating the average of a set of numbers. So you've calculated the average in previous classes. So a mean is just another word for average. So here's our video example on how to calculate the mean. There's 2 steps in calculating the mean. And you're going to write both of these down on your guided notes. The first step is to add up all of the numbers in the data set. And the second step is to then divide by how many data values there are in the data set. So our example data set is 8, 5, 6, and 9. The first step is we are going to add up the numbers in the data set. So I'm going to add 8. Let me make that a little thicker. 8 plus 5 plus 6 plus 9. And you can use your calculator for this computation. So I'm going to add 8 plus 5 plus 6 plus 9, which equals 28. And then in my second step, I'm going to divide by how many data values there are. So in this case, there's 4 data values, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in my second step, I'm going to take 28 and divide by 4, which equals 7. So 7 represents the average number of this data set. So for example, if I'm running a camp or a small lesson with 4 kids, the first kid is 8, the second kid is 5, the third kid is 6, and the fourth kid is 9. I want to know, on average, how old are these students that I'll be working with. So on average, they're about 7. Or your new ice cream stand opens up down the street. New ice cream shop down the street. Say that 10 times fast. And sometimes the ice cream costs $8. Then you order something that costs $7. Then you order something again that costs $6. Then you really splurge and spend $9. So on average, how much am I spending at the ice cream shop? So this concludes the video. What you need to do is the student example on the guided notes. This is the concrete version of understanding mean. In class, we're going to talk about some real-world examples and how we can understand the data set and what we can do once we gather this information. All right, if you have any questions, come see me tomorrow and have a great evening. I think I might go to that ice cream shop.